Happy Thanksgiving. Update time. Going to start with Derek and the Demons for a change. We've been practicing more lately just because pilgrims have been tracking and not practicing. So I've had more time for Derek and the Demons. And the way Demons record is super easy. It's the best setup, really. We just record every practice, and then after a while, Derek will listen to them all and be like, "This is a good take of this song. This is a good take of this song." He'll send me a list of like the dates they were recorded. I will go back and pluck out the multi-tracks and remix it and then put it on a record. That's it. Like the easiest thing in the world. We don't go in thinking that we're going to like, this is going to be the take that we do it, or even worry about recording at all. So, and it's easy to do that with a 3-piece band because like the Pilgrims is a 5-piece, and to get 5 people doing a good take every single time is a little difficult, especially for Pilgrims because we're not talented. So I'll update you when we have more info on that. But supposedly there's like almost 10 songs, I think. Pilgrims did meet this week. Like I said, we were going to last week, and it wasn't all of us. The Chris's could not make it. Chris Egner, the drummer, and Chris Rosenquist, the singer. So it was just me, Davis, and Brendan. We got together, made notes, or they gave me their notes. So I have a list of changes to make on some of these tracks. A few things to add: backup vocals, more saxophone on other songs, and some textural things, which I'll probably use distortion with my guitar, or maybe some synth or something. Anyway, it's very close to being done. And why don't we get to the names, huh? More names. We have Geigels, Boss Babies, Probe, Celebrity Online. What about Bob? But Bob is spelled backwards. No Problem. Fish Seltzer. Corky Romano Strikes Back. Dingleberry Boys. No Rain, No Gain. Entertained to Death. No Cap. Blowy and the Hootfish. Schlurp. Creedom and Weep. And some that we definitely didn't steal from comments. Christina Applesauce. When Life Hands You Applesauce. Ernest Goes to Applesauce. And Applesauce for President 2024. Definitely didn't steal those. So keep sending in ideas, and we will continue trying to find the worst album name ever. We're going to have to start doing album artwork as well. So if you have ideas for that, send them in. Make like a little drawing or something. Maybe we'll use that because we're too lazy to do it ourselves. Speaking of comments and stealing things from the comments, I was looking through them on our YouTube channel, and there are some really nice ones on some of like their music videos and live performances. Check out our YouTube channel if you haven't had a chance. There's a lot of content on there. Here's a very nice comment on Pilgrims doing Cool Dad, I think at Stage 33 Live. Shout out to them. They're in Bellows Falls. Mark over there is a great human being. So much respect for that guy. He's been plugging away at like DIY local music scenes forever. He's a mensch. Anyway, the comment is, I really enjoyed this track. If this was released in the 70s, you guys surely wouldn't be a huge success. So, born in the wrong generation, I guess. One that's a little more confusing, on Millennial Whoop, the music video by the Pilgrims. This is great. It's a little lengthy, so buckle up. I like the idea behind the song and agree with it, but I hope you know that Generation X makes fun of you for completely different reasons. The Gen X version of this would be more like, you think that pretending to know everything is the same as actually knowing everything. Why would you allow your generational title to be associated with such overwhelmingly derivative pop in this millennial whoop business? Stop thinking you know shit about movies or music when you haven't even given a chance to the stuff that formed modern society as we know it. We'll stop laughing at you when you stop talking like you know what you're talking about, because you don't. And watching you try to pass it off is really funny. It's not that hard to just talk about things you know when you don't know. You listen. That's great. Those cover a lot of our gripes. Generation X is way more like you than to the baby boomers. Paragraph 1. Here's paragraph 2. Also, millennials are much less likely to respect anything that came before them, almost as if they don't realize that others have been in their shoes as well. I, for one, have resigned to the fact that you'll finally learn once whatever the next generation does to shit all over everything you love just because their crap is newer. And you know it's crap because a lot of the new stuff you hear through friends is much better than the crap that it's worshipped as number one on Spotify or the radio or whatever other medium that the industry rigs for a greater piece of the pie. Running out of breath. A solution to this would be for millennials to encourage each other to give some soul a chance and acknowledge that when compared to what else is out there, the new stuff is insultingly bad. Pink Floyd never killed anyone. So I guess this means for millennials to demand more from record companies, doesn't it? Pink Floyd never killed anyone might be the album cover or the album title. Really great stuff. Millennial Whoop. I wrote that song as a complete joke after reading an article about the Millennial Whoop, which, if you don't know, is that kind of like alternating interval in music. You're kind of like, uh oh. That was like very popular in 2000s music, I guess. It's based on alternating between the fifth and the third of a scale. Actually, you know what? This will be easier to explain if I just do this. Okay, so we have our scale, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 octave. The millennial whoop is the fifth and the third. It's like when your mom calls you home from the porch and says it's dinner time. Dinner. It's like embedded in us, and it had like kind of a moment in pop music, I guess, where it was being used a lot. Probably because it's so familiar and it's easy to make a hook that way. But I wrote Millennial Whoop. How does that even go? That's it. So here's the Millennial Whoop. And the main chord progression is. So I put that in there as kind of like just a wink and a nod. And then I wrote the lyrics about just the older generation shitting on the younger generation, which I guess is what he was getting at there. But boy, that was long-winded. Actually, I gave the lyrics to Rosie, and he did write my most favorite line in the song. What's a hybrid that's stupid? I don't know. It just makes me giggle every time. Yeah. So that was a tangent, I guess. That had nothing to do with recording or updating anyone on anything. I had to share because that's just a great comment, you know? I love the internet. It's great. Go check out that video. Read the comments because there's more. Some other commenter came on there. It became a whole argument. It was fantastic. Loved it. I guess that's it. That's it for now. Who knows? Maybe next time I talk to you, the Pilgrims record will be done, or the Derek and Demons record will be done. Tartan record is done. We just need to release it. Yeah. All right. That's all. Happy Thanksgiving. Made it just under 10 minutes. That's great. Have a great weekend.